Welcome to the MVP
Man's Podcast.
We are here again for another week to give you the best podcast you didn't know you needed. We are here again. I got my boy Book with me. What's happening with you, pimp?
What's that? What's that?
You know what I'm saying? What's good? I got your boy Franz here as normal. We here and we will. We here. We ready to give it to you. You know what I'm saying? Today, this podcast is going to come out on Sunday, and of course, it is Father's Day today. You know what I'm saying? So I wanted to start the podcast off with just giving a nice little round of applause to all the fathers out there, mainly myself. You know what I'm talking about? Out there in the world. Shout out to everybody. You know what I'm talking about? Shout out to y'all. Happy Father's Day. We don't get no love. We get tools and ratchet sets for our shit.
Socks. Y'all get socks too, and ties.
Yeah, I told them about my socks last year. My daughter's face on it. Yeah, she tried to make up for it. She done got me all kind of shit. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, yeah.
I was talking about my Xbox controller messed up. She went a special order the controller in for me. She got me some more Raycon earbuds. She got all kinds of shit, man. She made up for it. So I gotta leave that alone. The socks I gotta leave that alone. So
all right.
This year she made up for the sock debacle. So I appreciate it. First thing I want to talk about is Juneteenth just passed for us. You know, Juneteenth is Friday, June 19th. Hopefully you guys had a good June 19th and you learned something about June 19th, the actual real day that the slaves were set free. We know that the Emancipation Proclamation happened on a certain day, but I guess it didn't take effect till June 19th. Go do you some Googles and see what what's up with that. Donald Trump came out today. I don't know if you saw it. He said he made Juneteenth popular. He said he made it popular. He said before he scheduled a rally on June 19th in Dallas, he said nobody knew about it. So I heard he was rescheduling it because of Juneteenth. Okay, Book don't want to talk about that. We'll go on to the next thing.
Dude is just stupid, man.
Nah, I got you. Trust me, I got you. Apple came out with something new. Did you see that? Where you could say, Apple, the police are pulling me over?
I'm not an Apple product person.
I'm not, but I thought it was
about it.
I thought it was amazing. I thought it was pretty dope idea. You could say, Siri, the cops are pulling me over, and the phone goes black and it records you from the front facing camera, and it also sends a copy, like it all like live streams to somebody of your choosing, your emergency contact. And once it's over with, the file automatically goes to the person of your choosing, your emergency contact. So just in case something happened, they can't say you did something, you covered, because they got the file on hand. I thought that was pretty dope. That was just something I saw. That was something dope. Got something I was thinking about, man. And I'm glad I'm on here with you because you could give me some kind of help. You overseas, you away from here. I've been battling because I need to take a vacation. Y'all know this is my cruise time, and we was really thinking about going to Cancun, just to go chill out there, go to the beach. I see you. You all right?
I need to restart my computer.
Why you need to restart it? You on? I see you.
I had an update. So you see how I look right now? It don't look like I'm in HD. It look like I'm in SD.
They brought that man HD down real quick.
I'm talking about. They said I was too crisp. They was hating on me, dog. They out here. See, that's what happens when you start talking about Apple shit. Yeah. It's sabotaged. And when I verify that I'm not an Apple user and I let you know I'm Android man, they out here in the networks, man. Fucking evil spirit.
You know what I'm saying?
It's all good.
You want to start it out? You want to start it over?
Yeah, let me restart it, man, because I don't like how I'm looking, baby. I pay too much for this lens to be looking like this, man.
Now you good?
Give me 2 seconds. Keep it all in there. Keep it all in there.
And we back, just like that. The boy back in HD. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Damn near 4K. You heard?
Yeah. Yeah.
I think I was in the middle of telling the story, but I want to go on a vacation so bad.
Yes.
And I'm nervous right now about the world because of this COVID shit.
Carry on like you got your luggage with you already. Keep it going, pimping. Keep it going.
I talked to my mom about this. My mom said this might be some of the cleanest shit that you ever get into in these hotels and everything, because they don't want nobody hurt. They want tourism to come back. You might just want to go out there and let it ride. I was surprised my mama told me this. But in my heart and my spirit, I don't think I can go out there to Cancun next weekend. I'm gonna have to find something else local and get into that. I'm gonna have to find a beach, maybe go to South Padre Island. We're talking about maybe Lake Tahoe in California, but I'm gonna have to do something. I got to get away for a little bit.
Okay.
Guys, too. Maybe come to Kuwait. Is y'all still locked down up there?
Yes, sir.
Oh, shit. Nigga, we was gonna come visit, nigga. You know what I'm talking about?
My area locked down. I mean, I can meet you at the fence. You know what I'm talking about? That's about it. They posted up right damn now. They back out there. Ramadan over. They back out there on the blocks now, boy. Yeah. I don't know.
Make no sense, man. Hey, how y'all feeling, man?
Moving around though. Right?
I see it. Y'all been quarantined for the longest out of everybody.
Yeah, my residential area. The rest of Kuwait moving. They doing whatever outside. But my area, we just still on confinement, man.
I want y'all to tell me in the comment section, man, would y'all think it's safe or not to move around and go on vacation? Because boy, I'm feeling conflicted. I needs to go. I'm getting stir crazy. I'm usually good for a year, and then I got to go see some water. Right now, it's hurting me. So, yeah, that's just how I feel right now, man. I had to bring that out to the podcast. I had to tell the folks how I feel about that. Book, I'm gonna give it to you, man. You go.
Let's see. Well, France went over Juneteenth already. Also, though we are a day late and not $1 short, because that is the same, but we never short around here. We also want to hopefully say that the versus battle was a masterpiece. You know what I mean? It's John Legend and Alicia Keys. You know, it's going down on Juneteenth as well. So again, we're a day ahead right now. So this would be tomorrow for us when that actually takes off. But hopefully, you know what I mean, you guys enjoyed that, you know, that lineup and everything that they did. Me personally, I think they just gonna be playing keys. And if I was a bet man, I'd have to pick Alicia Keys. So I don't know what they're doing, but that's just that. And even if it was head-to-head tracks, I think that Alicia Keys got that too. So if I'm a bet man, I'm going with Alicia Keys. Plus, she is like in my top 10 of beautiful women. You know what I'm saying? My personal list. All women are beautiful, but this is my personal list. She is actually number 8, I want to say. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to leave that at that. But that's my girl right there, and I'm rocking with Alicia Keys.
I'm going to go with John Legend.
Okay.
I'm going to go with John Legend.
Legend's ordinary people.
And I'm going with John Legend just for the simple fact of being different. I'm not gonna lie.
I ain't mad at you, man.
I'm not as hyped about this one as I have been about all the other ones.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
It's not. I don't know. It's a little lackluster to me. Maybe once I start listening to the songs again and remembering, because I'm just not that big a fan of either one of them.
I'm a huge fan of Keys, boy.
I think she's beautiful too. I'm not that big a fan of her music, though. I'm not gonna lie.
Think about it, man. She is a trendsetter. Everybody think Beyonce's the trendsetter. No, well, nobody trying to be Beyonce when Beyonce hit the scene. Follow me now. Follow me. Don't get lost now. Follow me. Follow the trail. Okay? Follow me. When Beyonce hit the scene, wasn't nobody trying to be Beyonce. Okay? And it was Destiny's Child. It all starts. When you come out, that's it. It don't matter. Don't matter what you morph into. Okay? So when Alicia Keys came out, everybody was trying to style like Alicia Keys. How many of them sisters white, black, Chinese, Latina, don't matter. Asian, don't matter. How everybody had the damn braids. Everybody. Oh, oh, ah. Yeah.
If you go back,
yeah, Alicia Keys, nigga.
Beyonce had
Everybody
some
want to
braids
be
like
Alicia
that.
Keys.
Beyonce
I
had some
actually think
braids
I
like
sounded
that.
good. I can't wait to hear the playback. Boy, I hear goddamn note right there. Was that good? Y'all let Book know in the comments. Fuck what Franz talk about. Y'all let me know.
But Beyonce had some braids like that kind of before.
After Alicia Keys.
Before in Destiny's Child. So
that was in Say My Name. She put the braids in. I know when it happened, but Alicia Keys had already hit the scene. So therefore, you validate my point that Beyonce ain't nothing but a knockoff Alicia Keys who know how to body roll. That's it. She just know how to dance. She can't play the piano, but this ain't about them two women going head to head. I love them two sisters. They both beautiful, gorgeous, black African women. But what I will say is I still think Alicia Keys gets the nod over John Legend. I think both of those individuals are very talented. Again, you know, we're just here to celebrate Black excellence, so to speak, when it comes to this, but don't, you know what I mean? But if I have to pick, I'm going to pick her. That's all I'm saying. You know what I mean? And I haven't seen Alicia Keys in a long time doing anything, you know, in the performance world of music. So I'm excited, man. Even if it's old stuff, I don't care.
Gotcha. I disagree with everything he said about Beyonce. The thoughts and opinion about Beyonce come strictly from Book.
Hey.
The Franz I don't support that shit. You know what I'm talking about? Beyonce is queen bee. We rocking with Beyonce on this side. You hear me? But you go ahead. I'll let you go.
Queen bee is actually Kim, but I'm gonna let you ride with that. You know what? Speaking of Little Kim, because let's talk about her numbers. I know how we feel about the gentleman, but have you seen the video with Nicki Minaj? Sweet, good Lord, baby back ribs. Ooh, man. Nikki. Yo, she's looking like the scrumdiddlyumptious. Not gonna lie to you. She looking all type of wild. Like she just got the pasties on. But them things look like they got a little bit bigger. Like, boy, man, she looking hella. She looking real good. I ain't gonna lie. I don't care what she talking about. She was looking top notch in that damn video. So shout out to you, Nikki. She kind of let people know why she did it. She kind of said, you know, she did a separate interview. They played it on The Breakfast Club. You know what I mean? Angela Lee's Rumor Report. And she was just talking about how, you know, people in the rap game swear that they all gangster, but it really ain't them, and blah, 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 blah. You know what I'm saying? But not here to glorify him at all and, you know, try to give him light as to why she did it. I'm just saying, like, Nikki was looking motherfucking good as hell up in that video. So if y'all want to go check it out just for Nikki, y'all do that. But Nikki was looking fire throughout the whole damn thing. I ain't gonna lie, boy. Them things was just on bounce patrol. And I ain't sexist or nothing like that. But I think you women as well would agree with Book that, yo, she can get it. All respect due.
I agree with you. She can get it. But I won't watch that video. Man. I don't want to give him another stream. I don't want to give him another. That's his song. I think she featured on it. I could care less about that. I'm not giving him another stream, I'm not giving him no more attention. I get you. I'm good. I'm good on dude.
I get you.
But I did see some screenshots or some memes or GIFs with her just bouncing. He don't get a stream for that. So I know what you're talking about.
Okay.
It did. Okay. It was thick. It was looking nice.
Yeah, that thing. Shout out to Rob. That was ridiculousness. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Well, let's get into some stuff, I guess. You know what I mean? We've been talked a little bit. So first things first on the docket is the state of the NBA. Okay. Within this past week, we're actually not late. We're actually right on time because the discussions are still ongoing. Okay, so we're going to give it to you as of today, what the current situation is, and echo our sentiments. Now, Kyrie, everybody knows that the NBA is slated to restart late July. Okay, they're supposed to report the training camp. I want to say it's about the 25th. Don't get me on the date, but I believe it's like June 25th. All right, it's before the end of this month. Okay. Kyrie came out and pretty much is leading a coalition of players to say that they shouldn't go down to Orlando. Correct me if I'm, mistalking. All right. That players shouldn't go down to Orlando and play because this is going to take away from, what's going on in society now. And this is pretty much their window of opportunity to really make a change. Okay. So himself and Dwight Howard are kind of leading that charge. What I would like to do is just kind of get into it as to why you think Kyrie is having these feelings, because my personal opinion is he was one of the votes that said, yes, let's restart the league. But now he's saying, no, we don't need to go down there. But when the votes actually took place, the movement was already in progress. So I'm trying to understand how you could backtrack. And for me personally, like I said, I'll save my opinion, but I just want to kind of hear your thoughts about that. And maybe the world might feel different listening to you, who's on the other side of the fence. And then maybe when I get my spew, if it's not the same as yours, they might side with Book and see it my way. You know what I mean? Just kind of, open it up, because I don't think either side is wrong per se. It could just be about how something went about. So your thoughts on the current state of the NBA and its restart?
How I feel about it. First off, I agree with you totally. I don't think no side is wrong. It's just how you feel about the situation. Do I understand why Kyrie is coming from? I totally understand. And the reason why I understand is because this is the first time we've seen people from pretty much all over the world stand together against what police brutality and how Black people are getting treated in America. So that's a powerful movement. And I think half of the reason why this is going on is because there is nothing to watch on TV. There is no sports. There is nothing to take your attention away from. This is it. You got to see this. Everybody at home, people don't have no jobs. You know what I'm saying? It's here. Some people are quarantined. Other countries are quarantined. They can't leave their house. You're forced to watch this man die and plead for his life. There have been other videos. There have been Eric Gardner's, and you're seeing everybody. You've seen all kind of people die. They had Philando Castile. He did literally nothing wrong. But this one right here, people was forced to. You was already at your house. You was forced to watch this video, and as you watched it, you felt yourself getting madder and madder because you had nothing to take your attention off it. So I think he's like, we have this theme rolling right here. I would hate to take away from the progress that we're making as the Black community and take their eyes off of this to start playing basketball. So I definitely understand what he's saying. He's like, let's not make us a distraction for what's going on in the world. Because once basketball comes, some people are just going to revert back and be like, okay, now I got something to keep my mind off of this. And he doesn't want that to happen. So I understand that point. But at the same time, I think you can play basketball and get with the NBA and still make your point come across the right way. Now you're on TV. Now you can have that video and you can have the players saying every game, you can have a commercial, them talking about Black awareness and Black police brutality and all that kind of stuff. I believe it's a bigger platform, but I'm not mad at his way of thinking because I understand where he's coming from. He doesn't want the attention shifted to basketball when the attention should be they need to stop killing Black and brown people, white people. I seen one where they killed the white guy the other day. They need to stop killing anybody.
Period.
Who don't have a weapon. You know what I'm saying? Who don't have anything to shoot back at them. I've seen them people with knives coming to stab them, and they take them down just nicely, bring them to jail, everything. I seen them. Dylan Roof, he killed 8 people in a church, 8 or 9 people. I'm sorry, I can't remember the number, but he killed them in the church. They took his ass to Burger King before they took him to jail. Like, come on, shit, wow. And they did all this to him for a fake $20 bill. And the bodega could have gave this man a fake $20 bill. So I understand that everybody is stagnant. Everybody's at the house. Everybody's eyes are on this. I understand where Kyrie's coming from. I don't think he's an idiot or anything like that. I understand his line of thinking. But just like in everything, there's always 2 lines of thinking, and there's always more than one way to get your point across. And I think you can do it by still playing basketball and still making that thing known. You can have a patch on your jersey, Black Lives Matter. You can have Black Lives Matter on the court. You're the NBA. I mean, right now you have a platform, and the NBA got to do what you say. Because if not, they're gonna come off racist as hell. So have them on the court on Disney. Put Black Lives Matter at the middle of the motherfucking court if you feel like it. You can do all that kind of stuff. So I think there's more ways to get around that and navigate than just not play basketball. But I'm not mad at him for saying what he said. That's how I feel.
You know what? Listening to Franz, man, I told y'all that people might say something that might be on the other side as me. I didn't know what side he was gonna take. But listening to him, I could see how his argument could sway me to feel a different way. However, I must stand fast and be strong and get my thoughts out before I make an executive decision as to whether I'm gonna stick with my thoughts. I'm gonna go with the Franz thoughts. You know, the thoughts of Franz. Okay. How I feel is let's start like this. You see the Bleacher Reports, Game of Zones, right? Mm-hmm. Can you tell me what kind of person Kyrie was depicted on there this season alone?
They kind of played Kyrie, man.
He led. What did he do though? He led a coalition of players to take down the media dev. Okay. Okay. It is literally to me, it's looking like the same fucking thing. What he did in Game of Zones is now transferring and translating into the real world, and his personality is blossoming. He's flourishing right now. Everything that people were saying about Kyrie in the media, oh, he's not a real team player, he's a disruptor, things of that nature. Like, look at him now. And I'm like, boy, them boys was foreshadowing. You know what I mean? Like, to a certain extent. And when it comes to Kyrie, I think if it wasn't Kyrie, I'd be okay. And the only reason why I say that is because Kyrie, he is the vice president of, for the Players Association, right? And we all know Chris Paul is the president. But he, as I mentioned,
I thought LeBron was the vice president.
Who?
I thought LeBron
they got like
was.
6. They got a couple. They got a couple. They got a couple for the player. But he agreed to the restart, and his initial inquiry was about, can he go? Can he travel? Can he be one of the persons down there to cheer his team on? After they said no, then this actually came out to where he's like, oh, well, now I don't think we should be playing. And it's like, well, what happened? What made you switch so fast? Before you was okay, and now you're not. So if you can't have no fun, can nobody have no fun? 2, not everybody makes $30 million a year. Okay? Not everybody got the same amount of money as you. I heard on SportsCenter the other day, well, it might have been it was on Undisputed with Skip and Shannon Skip. They said Patrick Beverly has made $12 million in his NBA career. The boy just got to get to the money. He just got to the money. Mm-hmm. You get that in one damn year. You probably get that off of your shoes alone. Mm-hmm. Okay? How are you going to tell somebody else? Oh, my thing is, I'm all with the cause. I don't want to harp on Kyrie too long because it's not Kyrie. It's the message that needs to get out there. Okay? I just think that the brother went about it all wrong. and it just looks like he was playing both sides until he couldn't get what he wanted. Then he changed and then started to lead this coalition of players to speak out. Also, like Franz said, which was a perfect argument that I had built up, is okay, it's not the fact that, you know, people should forget about it. You could literally in their heads the whole time, even while you're playing. Okay. Y'all could be in black and white jerseys for all I care. You see what I'm saying? Home team could be white with black, and then away team could be black with white. Okay. There are ways that you can deliver your message, and you have the press conferences before and after the games to talk to the media. Like you said, you can institute commercials, the way that you design the court. You could put these individuals' names, as many as you want, on the walls around the building, anything. Okay, we see that they put out patches for, you know, owners that pass away, players, anything like that. Like, you could do so many things to make sure that your voice is heard and have a bigger platform. What I don't like that they're trying to do is, it seems as though they're trying to get everybody else on board to take a stand and say, no, nobody should play. And that's where, you know, maybe I'm a little biased as a fan of the NBA, but I don't think I am, because as much as I do want to see the return of any sports, because I'm tired of watching shit that I'm watching, you know what I mean? Like, I just need something different. You know, that doesn't mean that just because you want to play basketball, that doesn't mean that you're not in tune with society and what's going on right now around the world. There's no escaping what's actually happening. You know what I mean? But at the same time, you have a job to do, just like everybody else. All of these people that are protesting, I'm sure they're not protesting their job, okay? They have to make a way of living. What makes you the exception? No, brother, go do your job. Because at the end of the day, you just think that the salaries that you make, you know where it comes from, right? You know how you get your money, right? We're the consumer. So without us, there is no you. Okay. And I'm not telling you like I pay your bills, me by myself. But damn it, if I buy a jersey or a pair of your sneakers or anything like that, or I go to the NBA, nigga, I'm contributing to your salary. I would like for you to do something that says you've earned this money. Okay. I just don't feel as though like everybody else, and then even with the COVID-19, you know what I mean? Like, now they try to make it seem like that's part of it and da 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 da. Okay, whatever. That's fine. I get the concern of that about your well-being and your health, but with the 100-page guideline that came out from the NBA, seems like that's about as good as it's gonna get. And it's not like you just down there stuck. Like Shannon was like, man, they're gonna have bowling theaters, you know, bowling alleys, movie theaters. You can go fishing. Like, bro, you about to be on an all-inclusive resort, pretty much.
And your family can come
in Florida. So it's not like you in I don't know what's in North Dakota, but you ain't about to be in no cold state. You know what I mean? Like, Florida's nice. And it's June, July. You know it's gonna be beautiful weather out there.
Nah, so it's hurricane season.
I think we'd be all right. I think they'd be all right. But I just think that, you know what I mean? Like, it's not as bad as it sounds. You know what I mean? And you're going to be able to get tested. They have a protocol in place if anybody did test positive. They are not just locking you up and saying once you're here, you can't leave. At any given point in time, you can leave. Okay? If you choose to take a voluntary leave of absence from, you know, the facility, then you have to you will get tested upon your return, and you will be isolated until those test results come back. So it's not like you can't go nowhere or you can't be an individual. So I'm not understanding like the whole, well, do this and the NBA needs to do this. And last time I checked, yes, the NBA, the majority owners, obviously we all know that they're white. Okay. So if you're trying to tell, I also saw that they were saying like, well, no, the NBA needs to do this. Like, first of all, the NBA don't have to do anything. But if you want to implement change, then you need to also have a plan. And right now, I don't think that they have a plan. They just have a bunch of ideas and not have set anything into motion. but they just want somebody else to come up with a direction for them. I think that they need to be a little bit more thought out in, you know, what it is that they're looking to have happen, and work together with the owners of their franchises and the NBA as a whole, as a network, the board, the Players Association, Michelle Rock, all of them. They need to work together, and then something can come from that. But I just think you acting like you going on strike is how it sounds. Like, no, rally behind me, don't do this, you shouldn't play because people will forget. I don't think nobody's going to forget about it, because like I said, the movement is still going to be happening. The majority of players in the NBA are African American, and you can still deliver a powerful message even by playing basketball. And the platform is just retarded because all eyes will be on you. What's the problem? What is the problem? I don't get it. So
I agree with some of the stuff you said, man, and I think it's just no wrong answer. I just think if you feel that way, like Dwight Howard to me feels like he's convicted about that situation, and he really, I don't know. I've heard that thing about Kyrie, but a lot of times when people stand up for stuff, I'm not saying you, because you just heard reports from people, but a lot of times they kind of try to slander people's name. They did that to Cap, the same thing. So I don't want to talk on Kyrie's, whether he's doing it because he can't travel, and that I don't know for a fact. So that's my only thing, is to go at, I understand what he's saying. I'm not mad at it, but I think you could get with LeBron, people like LeBron, you got his number. I think you can get with people like the president of the Players Association, and get with Chris Paul. All y'all can sit down and y'all can have a talk. Y'all can Zoom just like we doing and talk about it, and just say, yo, I understand you want to do this, but hey, how about we put this stuff in place that we not taking away from the steam of the movement? Because you can do both. I mean,
you really can.
You can do both. Effective. Yes. And you can add more. You can show that you're more passionate. If you want us to tell them to let you come, Kyrie, if that's the real problem, we can tell them to let you come. And while you're on the bench, you can make statements the whole time about Black Lives Matter and all that stuff. That's too easy. We can fight for you if you really want to come. If that's the issue, I don't know if that would literally be the issue, because somebody could say, yo, the owner could say, yo, Kyrie's part of this team. He coming with the team. Or we not coming. I mean, it's just that simple. I just don't think it's that. I think it's one of them things they trying to throw salt on his name, but I have no concrete evidence. I don't know. And you just going off of what you heard. So I perfectly understand you coming that way.
I would also think, I'm waiting on two gentlemen in the NBA to speak up also. I haven't heard them say too much. If they have spoken, I haven't seen the excerpts, nor the transcript of them saying anything. But one would be Thabo Stefalosa, and the other one, Sterling Brown. Both victims.
Police brutality.
Both victims.
Stabo don't play no more, huh? Stefalosa don't play, right?
I want to say he's on a team. I don't know. Probably ain't on a good team, which is probably why we don't know. You know what I mean? Like, he on one of them Atlanta, Sacramento, like he on one of them type squads. You know what I mean? And Sterling Brown, I'm not too certain if Sterling Brown is still with the Milwaukee Bucks, but those are the two prominent cases from the NBA in which they were subdued or subjected to police force, racial profiling, or some type of injustice. You know what I mean? By the guys and girls in blue. All right. So I would like to hear their thoughts and what it is that they would say, because they lived it. You know what I mean? They experienced it firsthand. I would like for them to speak up. And I do want to say that I am I'm thrilled to see so many of the NBA players, especially the young ones, out there in their cities, in their towns, in their communities, protesting with the ordinary people, so to speak. And I think it's huge, man. And I think just the reflection of it anyway, you know what I mean, no matter what happens, it's great. It's great to see that even though that these guys are, you know, wealthy, they opted to take the time to either commute to, or, you know, just be out there in general and organize it. So I'm proud of a lot of people right now. You know what I mean? And I also want to shout out Maya Moore. I think she's my favorite WNBA player of all time. I like the girl since she was in high school. Okay. And then coming into Connecticut, she is my modern day Sanaa Lathan. Like, that's when I see her, that's what I see. I see her holding up the shot, you know what I'm talking about, on the practice court. And then, yeah, you leave it up all damn day. You know what I'm talking about? Like, she's that type of player for me. But for her, she stepped away to help with a particular case of wrongful conviction potentially. And after listening to the story and everything that they had as far as the facts, I do believe that this gentleman was wrongly convicted. You know what I mean? And right now, he's still in prison, but they haven't stopped fighting. I gotta remember the name. I want to say it was Jonathan something. I don't want to mess it up, but I'll research it so you could flash it in there. But you know, that's that, man. So I just want to give her a huge shout out because she stepped away from the NBA, the WNBA, to really make a difference and put her career on hold. And just realize that, you know what, there are some things that are, you know, a little bit bigger than just, you know, playing basketball. So I'm not saying that's what the NBA is, you know, forgetting to do. But like I said, there's just two ways that you can make a difference. And, you know, the machine that the NBA is, I just think that it would bode well if they found a way to put one and one together to make a huger, you know, statement. So but shout out to, you know, Kyrie. I know you get painted as the bad guy in the label, like I said, but I don't see either way being wrong. I would just like a little bit more clarity.
I would just like us to get together and come up with an idea. One is Malcolm, one is Martin. I mean, neither one is wrong. It's just a certain way that you want to do it. Thabo Stefanovic played for Houston Rockets. Did not know that. And he has been talking about it. He has an article with Undefeated.
All right, good deal.
Talking about it. He did a CNN article 2 weeks ago, and he talked about it on GQ. He did a Q&A with Sports Illustrated, so he's been talking about it. He got a $4 million payout from New York.
Yes,
you know, your hometown racist as fuck, boy. Them niggas, boy, they something else. You see that racist ass police officer talking about, I'm tired of it. That's not us. That's Minnesota. Yeah, nigga, y'all the ones started this shit. Y'all got Eric Floyd. Come on. Y'all the dirtiest niggas I know. Y'all the ones running people over in the middle of the street, right? I mean, during the protests, you the dirtiest niggas out here. I don't want to hear nothing about the New York Police Department. Y'all some dirty ass.
How they ran somebody over though? How not the police? How the civilians hit police officers?
Yeah, I saw.
Boy,
they wild over there. They wild.
They know
it is what it is. But every night, man, people get tired of getting hit. Man, they hit back. You can't just keep on pushing on people, man. People trying to be peaceful out there. And they out there doing that crazy stuff. I seen some of the craziest stuff from the people in New York. That's crazy to me. And that's the police department, the people that's supposed to be the 100 people.
Serve and protect.
Did you hear about? They said Atlanta Police Department. They walked off the job.
Oh, really?
They had some people in it. They said some cops in Atlanta. They said like half of the force walked off the job, talking about if they don't want to have police, then forget it. Let them have it. They just walked off. I'm like. I'm not saying if I'm in Atlanta, this might be a good time to go do some things. But it might be a good time to go do some things. I don't know.
You will be met with minimal resistance.
Let me stop talking, man. I know I wouldn't do those shit, man. But I want y'all to stay safe. This is the perfect time to show them we can handle each other. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Come together.
We got our brothers back. Yep.
Stop fighting each other. You know what I'm saying? I hate it so much when people say, y'all care about police brutality, but y'all don't care about black on black crime. Who said that? Who ever said we didn't care about that?
Care about that too.
What I'm concerned about is y'all don't care about all this white on white crime going on out here. There's a lot. But why? That's not even a term. That don't even sound right to half of y'all. So don't bring up some stupid shit with us. You know what I'm saying? Y'all worry about your own. Let us worry about that. And hopefully the people that's supposed to protect us don't kill none of us. How about that? That's how I feel about that. We can move on, man. I had to get that out real quick.
Good to go. Good to go. Let's change all together. Yeah. All right. I had a question posed to me, just a regular DM, but I played with it a little bit, made it into, several questions in one. But at the end of the day, it's still the same fucking question, no matter what question I'm asking. Okay. This woman wants to know, are women responsible for there being, quote unquote, no good men out there? Okay. Is there any merit as well to a woman's belief that all men are dogs? So that's pretty much what it is. I guess, this sister is, looking for a man, or maybe she's come across some individuals and they haven't panned out to be the person that she ideally wants to be with, so to speak. So let's get into that. Are all men dogs? And is there any merit to there are no good men out there? So I'll let Franz tackle that and, kind of give his view on that. I think we'll be on the same side, but the way that we get there might be Martin and Malcolm.
First off, it's hard for me to answer this question without asking, what kind of woman is she? How do you carry yourself? How do you dress? Unfortunately, how do you look? How do you go outside? How do you carry yourself as a woman? Okay. If you still act like a girl, you still act like you trying to have big fun with the ratchets, that's what dudes are coming to you. That's what you attract.
Hot girl summer.
You heard? You hot girl summer. That's what you there. You attracting somebody just for the summer. Is there no good men? That's crazy. We talk, and when we talk, we say stuff. We don't never mean. It's called Somebanall. We talking about some, but not all. You heard me? We don't mean everybody. Yeah, I learned that from a show that I watched. You know what I'm saying? Shout out Zoe Williams. We talking about some, but not all. You know what I'm saying? When we talk, we don't talk infinite. You know what I'm saying? Not everybody. But it seems like when women talk sometimes, they mean everybody. There's no good men out here, period. Nah, there's good men out there. Where are you looking for these good men? Are you looking for them in a club? First off, do you understand what people are doing in a club? What people are trying to accomplish in a club? Who's looking for a relationship in a club? They looking for that thing that night. If you go to a place that serve burgers and you looking for a steak, who's the crazy one? Me or you? If you're not going to the right place, if you don't carry yourself the right way, you can go to the Ritz-Carlton and you know what I'm saying, you ain't looking like you ready to be there. You ain't looking like you good. They might look at you, give you a couple looks like, look at this brokey. You know what I'm saying? You got to come correct. Maybe the good man is looking at you like, that's not a good woman. That's not somebody I would want to plant my feet down with and have my back because she looked like she trying to have a hot girl summer. Real niggas trying to have a real woman winner. You know what I'm saying? You heard me? That's what we trying to do. We on woman. Ain't nobody fucking with no hot girl summers. When your songs start coming on, is the first thing you think about is twerking? Hey, that ain't nothing that I want to take home to my mama. We could do something tonight, but that ain't nothing I want to take home to the people. You know what I'm saying? Like something, unfortunately, you can say what you want. I understand women could wear what they want. They could do what they want. They could dress how they want. Just like you want a man to treat you right, just like you want a man to have his job and his morals correct. Men have certain aspects and certain inspirations they want their wife to have. Not their girlfriend, their girl, or girl we kicking it with. Fuck all that. You just look good, have a fat ass, and we can rock. You know what I'm saying? But you're going to have some intangibles to be somebody's wife. So once you start talking about there's no good men, you need to maybe check yourself and see what kind of intangibles you have that you have a real one sit down and be like, I cannot live another day without this woman right here. I think that's something people need to look at. Stop blaming it always on men. Men, if you talk about there's no good women out here because they just want to twerk all day, look at yourself differently because there's plenty of nice women out here. There's plenty of beautiful, smart sisters out here all day, every day. So don't come in here, just like there's good women, there's good men out here. Don't come out here with that bullshit talking about there's no good men. No, you're not looking in the right place. You're not carrying yourself the right way. You don't look like wife material. You know what I'm saying?
I think France was the Martin on this one.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm about to be the Malcolm. I love Somebanall. So Somebanall, you know what I'm saying? Somebanall.
I taught you some new shit, you heard me?
Yeah, it's always some new shit. But what I'll say is there are some out there that give us a bad name, a reputation. But I'm gonna tell you like this, I'm not even gonna blame them. I'm gonna put the onus on these women, okay? Because something happened in this man's life by a woman who made this man not care, okay? And I think that is the Somebanall individuals that you are, you know, engracing yourself with, okay? What I'll say is I've known plenty of men. I got some friends, not none of y'all in the immediate circle, you know what I'm saying? But I got some friends that I've known that have been good men towards their woman, and their woman took advantage of it, didn't appreciate it. I always talk, and it be the ones that be like, man, I want a good man. But it's the thing is, when you get a good man, you don't know how to fucking act when you get one. You don't know how to keep them. You take shit for granted, okay? Women, I put that on you, okay? The man could give you the moon, the stars, and the fucking air, and it's still not enough. You just want more, okay? But yet and still, you think that there are other brothers out there or other men in general that will tolerate and do the things that this one man is doing for you. You get the mindset that, okay, well, if this man is going to do this all for me, I know there's another brother out there. What do they say? The grass isn't greener, isn't always, or you know what they say, the grass isn't green on the other side, but some shit like that, you know, something about the pastures, you know what I'm talking about? I'm not a farmer. I'm not a green thumb individual, but you know you know what it is. I just don't. I don't want to blame the women for everything. There are some brothers that just born this way. You know what I mean? They've been watching too many, you know, Shaft and Dolomite movies, thinking that they all pimps and shit. You know what I'm saying? Who, me? Love you? You know what I'm saying? Like, that is a great scene. I don't agree with it, but I love that shit.
Come on, baby. I love that shit, man. Love that movie, man. Come on now, baby.
But it's crazy, man. You know what I'm saying? That there are some men who are just born that way. They just want to have as many women as possible. They never have no plans, no ambition to be a good man. You know what I mean? But there are men that are out there that are striving to perfect that and be a good man towards their woman. But at the same time, these women, whether it doesn't have to always work out, but you as a woman, you know, you have to do your part as well, just not to take advantage of a good brother. Because I'm telling you now, even if y'all don't work out, you are tainting this man for his next relationship. Because you as a woman, you're not going to change nothing about you. Okay? That's my honest to God opinion. I really don't feel women, a lot of times when relationships
Somebanall
women. Oh, thank you. Somebanall women. But with you don't take onus, and you know, you don't accept that a failure in a relationship can be by your own doing. Okay? There's a lot of finger pointing towards the men because there's the stigma, this title, the label that we have already that all men are dogs. So you could tell your girl, oh yeah, you know what I'm saying? Man, I've been in a position where I've told my friends like, nah, that's me. You know what I'm saying? That's all me. I don't blame the woman all the time. I've had many relationships where I'm like, nah, nigga, that was me. I was wild and I was bugging. You know what I'm saying? I can own that. But at the same time that I'm owning that, I've also told that to the female that I dealt with. You see what I'm saying? I don't tell them a different story and then tell her one thing. No, I have the same story both ways. If I tell my friends, this bitch wrong, excuse me, but at the time you are that. This bitch wrong, guess what? I've told her, bitch, you wrong. You see what I'm saying? So I don't play the fence of like, nah, baby, it's me. But then I tell my partner, nah, man, this bitch tripping, dog. You know what I'm saying? No, I own how I stated to her or to them is the same way. I don't have a different story ever. Okay. But like I said, you tarnish and you taint a man and his psyche going into the next relationship because he's going to look at it like, well, shit, I did all of this and it still wasn't good enough. Well, fuck these hoes, man. I'm going to do what I want to do. You know what I'm saying? Fuck your feelings. I'm going to worry about me because when a man is hurt, I don't know how a woman feels because I'm not a woman, but I know when a man is scorned, oh, it's very, they say hell hath no fear like a woman's scorned. I'm telling you now. You don't want a nigga to be shit. Trust me, a lot of them niggas been scorned. Okay, that's why those are the niggas that you're probably running into right now. And I would just say that it's also about timing. You know what I mean? It's also about timing. You got to look at the age, at what point and where you are in life. Okay, so if you in your early 20s. See, now it's but all but some. You know what I'm talking about? We're going to reverse that. A lot of these men out here, they trying to live their life. You know what I'm saying? They want to have fun. You're not going to find, it's going to be few and far between men out there in their early 20s that's really got their shit together. You know what I mean? Because I think as us, as men, we're starting to come into our own anyway. You're not going to find a real mature sounding brother until like his late 20s. You know what I'm saying? Or no, I won't even put that out there. But that's typically how it is, man. You got to give these brothers time to know what it is and who it is that they are looking to become in life. So you can't mold them. You know what I mean? A lot of women kind of think of men as projects and I'm going to shape you to be what I want you to be. That don't work. Okay. Because then you're just going to have a miserable individual as your partner. You don't want that. Just let them grow. If it looked like they got their shit going, cool. And like Franz said, the same that we could say for a woman, you know, how you present yourself on the outside. The same thing for these brothers. You know what I mean? You can tell by the way the nigga move, how he dress, how he talk, how he walk, if that is a good idea for you to think that this man is going to treat you right. And I hate to put the stereotype out there and be like, you know, profile these motherfuckers, you know, these men out here walking around because you never know. But if it look like it, you just got to be wise. Use your eyes. That's all I'm going to say. Be careful, not carefree. Okay? That's it. You do that, and I think that there will be a lot more blossoming relationships. Now, if you just want to have encounters, hey, that's cool too. I have no problem with that. So just know, don't get the encounter confused with a relationship. Okay? Because then that's a counter relationship. Oh, I'm out here preaching to the masses. I'm out here preaching to the masses. So women, again, I don't think that, you know, all men are dogs really is something that's true. I just think it's one of them things, like Franz said, black on black crime. Y'all just like the way shit sound. Okay. For one, don't call me no dog. All right. I've never been that. Because for one, I call a lot of men pussies. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm talking about? If you get on my nerves, then you ain't nothing but a pussy. And I'm looking for the smoke. Okay? So Let's just get that understood. You don't want me to call you a bitch, which is a female dog. Don't call me no dog. Okay. And I think we can harmoniously, you know what I'm saying, live together in one, as a whole, and we'll be all right. So no, I just think that a lot of times men are scorned, and that translates into the next relationship, and you might just be the recipient of a scorned individual. That's it. So just take your time and analyze.
I got one more thing. Make sure y'all understand what a relationship is. When you're in a relationship, you're going to get that man. It doesn't mean you're always going to get your way. It doesn't mean you're always going to be happy about the decisions someone makes. It's about you willing to stick with that person through and through, and that y'all can communicate with each other. So if you got somebody you can't communicate already, that ain't trying to really talk back to you, he good with you when it's time to get that thing, and then he kind of let a little ghost from you throughout the rest of the day. You know what it is. You know he ain't really with you like that. He's just trying to get it. You can kind of feel it out. A lot of times y'all have innate gift already put in you guys, a woman. It's called woman's intuition. People don't believe in that shit, and they push that shit off all the time, but that shit is real. You know if a motherfucker is not there for you. You second guessing yourself, be like, oh man, does he really like me? Whatever. You don't have to ask if a motherfucker like you. You should know if a motherfucker like you. A motherfucker's gonna show you for sure if he like you or not. You could skip all that whole process instead of getting your heart all the way involved. If you just look at the signs to begin with, you already know what he on. You can accept that, have fun with him right while it lasts, and then move on, try to find your real one. Or you could just get played like you've been doing. It's up to you. Just be smart about it. You guys are built with the tools already in you. And that's what I got to say.
Know what they call me?
What's up?
I got another AK. You know what these ladies call me?
What they call you?
Mr. Sediment. Because I rock with you. You know what I'm talking about? Girl, I'm going to rock with you. For everybody who I learned sediment. Became part of my vocabulary. What grade was this? 8th grade. We was in junior high. And we was talking about rocks and shit and different graphite and all these other, they called it sediment. And I was like, oh, okay, whatever, you know what I'm saying? But now I'm going to use that terminology and craft it into another AKA, Mr. Sediment. You never can say, well, some of y'all know that I didn't rock with you, so I'm now Mr. Sediment. But for the ones that I rocked with, they called me Mr. Sediment because I rock with you. Yes. Or you can call me Ben Grimm. You heard?
Ben Grimm.
Yep.
Okay. What Ben Grimm is?
Ain't that Ben Grimm?
What's Ben Grimm?
I don't know. I think I messed up. Oh, what's that nigga name? What's the nigga name on Fantastic Four?
It might have been Ben Grimm. It's something close to that. It's something close to that. I ain't gonna say you're wrong.
That's what I'm going for, people.
Okay.
So France made me question it because he's an he's advantageous on knowing the comics and things of that nature. So if I misspoke, I would have thought when he was like, "What's Ben Grimm?" made me think that I fucked up. I probably still did, but yeah,
you should have just said the thing, man.
The thing, all right.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah, I got you then.
Ben Grimm.
Well, I hope y'all pull something out of today's podcast, man. You know what I'm talking about? I think we had some we had some real talk on this podcast, like we do every time. Get the jewels out of it where you may. You know what I'm saying? My mom used to say something back in the day I used to hate, but we used to go to church, and I'd be like, yo, the pastor bullshit, man. Like, we read the scripture, and this ain't got nothing to do with this nigga talking about. I always, if somebody start talking some shit and they ain't got nothing to do with it, I tune you out. So what I always did is I read, they say like turn to Exodus 4:12. I go up to Exodus 8 and read all the way down so I get some context of what you read. And I'm like, this nigga bullshit. They ain't got nothing to do with this. He trying to get more paper out of somebody. So my mom used to come with this thing, eat the meat, spit out the bones. She said, you know when somebody BSing you. She's like, eat what you need and then spit out the bones, all the rest of the bug, and you be good. You got to do the same thing with our podcast. You know what I'm talking about? Okay. Eat the meat that we give you and choke on the bones for all I care. You know what I'm talking about?
I'm lie to you, man. Last I checked, we was out here serving sirloin. You know what I'm talking
about? That's what I call it chicken nuggets because ain't no bones in it. You heard? It's all meat.
It depending on your sirloin.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? Ain't no bone in that either.
No bone. Hey, You know what I'm talking about? Hey, ain't no bone to spit out.
Hey man, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, just eat the meat, nigga. Well, but you got something before we get up out of here, man?
No, not at all. Not that I can think of on the spot. Just be safe, take care of yourselves. Know them COVID-19 cases were rising. That just means you a little bit too close to the next person. Back the fuck up.
Yo, make sure y'all stay safe out here.
Yeah.
They had more cases of people getting hung out here in Texas and in California. I think it was up to like 8 the last time I checked. People getting hung. Like what time is this? This is crazy.
Hey, you know what's funny? Not funny about it, but the humor in it is the idiots who think that these are suicide related events. Given the current climate of the world, you really think that people are out there hanging themselves and committing suicide? Okay.
Last time I seen a nigga hang themselves, they was in prison. Like you couldn't get to no drugs, you couldn't
exactly people OD. Like people OD and just go to sleep.
Mm-hmm.
I've never seen nobody want to struggle for air and be get the fuck out of here, man.
It's stupid. But just be safe out here. Watch your back out here. You know what I'm saying? Especially my people out in Houston, because I think it was 2 of them in Houston now.
Yeah, I saw those.
Be careful. You know what I'm saying? Had that thing on you. You heard me. I'm a big advocate for that thing. I know some of you people don't think people should have that fiery. I've got my fiery on me. I got that heat on me. You know what I'm saying?
I got my pow.
You know what I'm
That's
saying?
Lil Duval. If y'all don't know, Lil Duval had a stand-up where he said, I got that pow.
I keep it on me, goddammit. So make sure you have someone on there to protect yourself. Make sure y'all stay safe. We love you guys.
Yeah.
Make sure y'all subscribe to the podcast. I was about to leave that whole thing out. I forgot all about subscribing. Subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend. Make sure y'all go out and y'all hit us up if you want the gold merch. Hit me up. I get it for you. You know what I'm talking about? It may cost you a lot, it may cost you a little, but it's gonna cost you. Hit us up at the Man's View Podcast at yahoo.com, and I can tell you on any serious inquiries if you want anything. Hat, we got the shirts, any color you want, I can get it. And until next time, we're gonna holler at you later. Peace out. It's been MVP.
MVP, baby.
Sure.
Pray for me. Pray for Book. Do everything I can.